Cappuccino in particular is like one of my favorite drinks ever. And it's a drink that you get to have it, not to like study or to do work or to, like to do whatever.
So your focus should be on
Cappuccino. Like it's espresso, cappuccino. I mean, lattes too, obviously. Cappuccino in particular has a certain place in my heart because it is like so velvety and luscious. And there's one experience that you can get from the cappuccino that I never see people do. And it's something that I do every time I have a cappuccino, which is you swirl the cappuccino. Sultan of Slow Drip, episode 25. A little bit of a different intro here.
Yeah, we got into a rhythm, but change it up.
Yep. So today we're going to talk about making lattes, cappuccinos. As you can see behind us, we got the Breville. I'm loving this thing. It's been the best.
It looks a little different.
Oh yeah, well, it's got some accessories.
Oh,
to it.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't done the full modification yet. This scale right here, which is surprisingly a $300 scale, just for this little thing right here, is gonna get fit into the drip tray. So I'm gonna take this drip tray, and cut a hole in it using a Dremel, and put this in there, and it's gonna sit flush in there.
Wow.
So it'll have like a built-in scale basically for the espresso machine, and then also. We're gonna do a little mod to switch the functionality of this T-spout here so that I can use that control, that needle valve control, to control the actual espresso extraction.
Cool.
Which will give us just more kind of granularity and allow us to do really cool stuff like coffee shots.
Okay.
Which is basically where you grind your coffee for like the filter setting. So when you do a pour over, but you put it in the espresso machine.
Is that still medium grind, or what do you mean? So
I mean, it's a.
What's
like
that? But that filter's always gonna be fine, though, right? Or
well, this filter, there's a limit to how fine you can go, and then the filter will clog. But anything coarser than that, you can put in the
I didn't
basket.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, what it allows you to do is do a drip coffee on the espresso machine.
That's fun. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it comes out like a mesh between a pour over and a. Like maybe an AeroPress.
Okay.
Like in terms of how it tastes, it's got like a little extra body.
Okay.
The flavor clarity just like pops off so crazy. Yeah. And you get a good amount of filtration just on the espresso basket. So
cool.
It's pretty nice. So it'll allow us to do stuff like that, a bunch of really crazy things. And then also too, I got my grinder.
All right.
Set 270, which I thought at first when I got it was the one that has the built-in scale.
Okay.
But those are $600, and this is $400. So I
Woo!
was like, you know what? I'll just use the scale.
Just one more step, yeah.
One more step. It's like, thought I was really balling, but I'm only balling on the budget. So, but
Ruck
yeah,
boys.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I had a viewer of the show comment on the cheese episode of all things.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and one of the things that she mentioned was that there's this milk produced by a cow called an A2 cow. That produces proteins very similar to like sheep goat milk. Because we were talking about how I get issues from cheese, right?
Yeah.
Or at least I was having issues that disappeared.
You did it from that episode, though.
Yeah. From that episode, I was doing okay. But actually, I've noticed them come back a little bit. It's not like it's as bad as it was before, but still, if I have a good amount of dairy, I will end up with skin issues again. And she recommended the A2 milk. And basically, it's produced by a cow. Apparently, they're brown cows. And they only produce the certain protein called A2. I mean, they produce other proteins, obviously, in the milk. But for what we're talking about, ordinary cows, you can see they produce A1 and A2. Okay. And apparently A1 is the thing that people who have reactions to react to.
So are we talking about lactose intolerant people?
I think we're talking about people who are lactose intolerant, people who have any sort of immunological issues with.
That's so interesting.
With milk.
So they don't have to go to the nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So basically, you can still drink cow's milk. You know, I'm not a doctor, so obviously, people, you have to do your own research and figure it out. But it does seem like this A2 milk can solve a lot of problems.
That's
for
fascinating.
People. Yeah, and I had a ton of it already.
Oh, okay.
And it's been so far so good.
Oh, wow.
It's been like drinking everything else, no skin issues. Because interestingly, one of the first things that I notice is when I consume milk. I start to feel flushed, and my face feels really warm.
It's kind of like some people with beer.
Yeah, my face starts to feel
warm,
warm, and then it starts to get itchy.
Yeah,
And
sounds
then
like an
next
allergic reaction.
Yeah, and then next thing I'm breaking out.
Okay.
This I get absolutely nothing, no
Okay.
reaction whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I'm really pumped to show this off.
Is it hard to find?
It's not. I just went to Whole Foods and
Whole
found
Foods.
they had 2 different brands
Cool.
of A2 milk.
I wasn't aware of A2 in general, so thanks
Me
for
neither.
bringing this to my
yeah,
attention.
thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I guess she also has issues with milk digestion.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, so I
Gotcha.
thought this was really awesome, and I just want to share that. And this is what I'm going to use to make the cappuccinos.
I'm
also
excited. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, it's also really just great quality milk too. I was talking to Victor about how like real milk has a funk to it.
Yeah.
Where if you get your kind of big brand milks, they don't smell like anything until they go bad.
I actually do smell more of a funk on the big brands.
Really?
This smells very clean to me.
I mean, it's not like it smells bad exactly.
No,
it
no,
just
no.
has like
None of it smelled bad.
like a animal smell kind of almost.
Sure.
Like, yeah, like just this little muskiness almost like that. But in any case though, not only is it an A2 milk, but it's just a really good quality
Cool.
milk. This one in particular. So just really happy to find this. And I'm gonna get a steam pitcher and then we'll get going.
Yeah, let's do
That's
it.
the one thing I forgot to grab.
Let's do it. Hope everyone's 2020 has been kicking off okay. I hear through some sources that we're reaching the peak of Omicron.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I know during the holidays, a lot of us got sick with whether that's COVID or not COVID.
Yeah, we all got sick here.
But yeah, I hope a lot of you guys are doing a lot better if you were sick.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, if you got sick once, you don't get sick again, hopefully.
I am, seeing people getting sick with COVID a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a.
But yeah, there is merit to natural immunity, right? And and they unfortunately didn't talk about that a lot.
Yeah. 2 years later. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of breeze through this part of it.
Yeah.
We'll do maybe an episode on actual like espresso, like going into detail about it, but I don't want to turn this into an espresso episode.
Okay.
One thing I can say is I just love this grinder because it has this feature here.
What's the
which is
feature?
Really nice. Like,
Just to hold it?
Yeah, it just holds that. That's
Most grinders don't have that. Okay. So most grinders you have to hold it yourself.
you have to hold it up.
Interesting.
So, yeah, we're just we're doing good.
But there's a gap. So are any of the grounds gonna
Yes.
be lost in that, or
some of the grounds could potentially be lost. I actually wet this coffee a little bit, so hopefully that gets rid of some of the static.
Oh.
There's a little bit of coffee already in there, and I just sprayed it with the steam wand very briefly, just hopefully to kill some of the static.
Science. I would have
we'll
never
see.
thought
It's
about
been in
that.
there. We'll see if it is dry now, but hopefully.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, we got a little bit of spray there,
Sure.
but also too. There's a funnel that you can get that sits on top of this, a metal funnel, and it works really nicely for stopping that extra little bit of spray as well. It just,
Cool.
Yeah, and
And the brand of the grinder is that Baratza?
Baratza, yeah.
Cool.
So you see, we got a nice. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that'll
yeah.
be like focused like right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we got a nice mound of
Yeah.
espresso there. It's nice and fluffy, which is basically what you look for when you're doing this. So, and one thing that's awesome too about this is the built-in tamper is really, really nice. I changed the basket that came with it
Because it wasn't exactly flush last time.
it wasn't flush. It's more flush with this one.
Because you changed the
I
basket.
changed the basket. I got
Okay.
a higher quality basket, and this tamper is actually more flush with it.
Oh.
I'm gonna upgrade the tamper too. The tamper is not ideal.
Okay.
But it's actually a pretty good tamper, all
Cool.
things considered.
Weight. You said weight to it. There's like
I
weight
need
to
more
it.
weight, like,
Oh,
it's
you
very
need more
light.
weight.
I
Okay.
need-
But
I
for a
need-
stock, you said it was pretty good.
For stock
last time,
tamper,
yeah.
you can't argue with it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a little quick tamp.
Wow. Hockey puck.
Yeah. That's nice that it just goes right back in there.
Magnetic.
Yeah, it's magnetic.
Okay.
So, yep. And then we got this here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So these Akaya scales, you can hook the newer models up to your phone, and it'll give you a flow reading in real
Okay.
time.
Bluetooth.
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah.
Because I don't see any wires.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a part of the whole upgrade as well too.
And it's waterproof, so that's why it can fit under. It'll eventually go under there.
It's water resistant.
Oh, resistant.
Nothing's waterproof.
Okay.
Alright, so everything's teared out. Let's There we go. All right. And another thing that I like about this espresso machine, I'm doing this just blind right now, is it has a pre-infuse setting where you hold the button, the manual button, and it'll start pre-infusing the espresso, which is, it introduces the water at a lower pressure.
Without coming out?
Without completely coming out. It'll start to just kind of drip out a little bit. There it is, boom. And then that's when I kind of let it go. Because I like to let the puck get more saturated before I just run it full pressure.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I find that to be...
You guys seeing this? It's so pretty.
There we go. All right. I find that to just be much more preferable. You get less channeling, which is like holes dug into the espresso, and less bitterness. Is just like works better all. So I'm going to go ahead and steam real quick.
Oh.
Pretty nice quiet wand too.
Maybe we should do another video just on this.
Yeah.
With close-ups and everything okay.
One thing I can say is I would prefer a little more power off the wand, but it's not bad because with a nice powerful one you don't have to move as much as I'm moving. But that's just me being spoiled.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're doing. He's like moving his left hand in and out, and like maybe is it temperature? Are you feeling for temperature? What are you doing?
I'm actually just trying to get some nice mixing and incorporation.
By that slight bump or like?
Of the foam that I just built. So basically, I just created a bunch of bubbles, and now I'm just trying to mix those bubbles into.
Mix bubbles.
Into the milk.
Into the milk.
All right. There we go. So now you can see. Can you take a look at that?
Yeah.
So that looks like wet paint, basically.
Whoa, it's thick.
Yeah. It's like really sheeny.
Yeah.
At the same time. So you're basically looking for that to look like paint.
Okay.
Yep. That's what everyone looks for, that wet paint. And then we're going to get a nice little pour going. I like to basically temper the espresso with the milk, so it's a nice gradual pour. I'll go into detail a little bit more about that philosophy once I actually do this. And I'm not like really crazy about art, but you know I might go for a little bit of art too.
Whoa! Ah, that's so cool.
I messed up.
Hey, that looks great. That looks great.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that on camera here.
Yeah, just bring it right here.
Actually, if I just set it there, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Maybe you can see that.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It looks great, guys.
Yeah.
So pretty.
You know what? I'll take a photo of it.
So pretty.
Just impose that.
Yeah, let's do
on the
that.
episode.
Do it horizontally.
Like this.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll try that.
There we go. Cool.
Awesome.
And Vic, that's you.
Yo!
Right. So yeah, I've drunk so many of my own cappuccinos.
I'm gonna take a picture
At this point. Yeah. I've drunk so many of my own cappuccinos right now. I kind of know what they taste like.
Okay.
So.
Is there a proper way?
Oh yeah, there is a proper way.
Oh shit.
But first thing you'll notice is like look at that foam level. So a good like inch. You know.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
A little less than it. Actually, I probably inch exactly of foam. It's kind of what I look for in a cappuccino.
Okay.
And that is a 5-ounce cup. Typically, it's a 6-ounce drink. I like a tighter ratio, just a little more coffee flavor to come through.
And that depends on the cup.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just this, however much the cup holds.
Is there anything I got to do?
Just take your first sip.
Ooh. Okay.
Vic just getting in there with a little
smell
sniff.
smell the acidity.
Yeah, it's an Ethiopian coffee, so you're gonna get a little bit of fruitiness on that.
I have never had anything like this. I've had lattes before, but like,
Oh, really?
It's so frothy.
Is it good?
It's really good.
You like it? It's not dry frothy, is it?
Mm-mm.
It's like more like velvety.
Silky. Yeah, velvety.
So here's another thing too. Go ahead, take another sip. Take a nice good sip of it. We're gonna talk about because the cappuccino in particular is like one of my favorite drinks ever, and it's a drink that you get to have it, not to like study or to do work or to like to do whatever.
So your focus should be on
Your focus should be on the drink.
cappuccino.
Like it's espresso, cappuccino. I mean lattes too, obviously. Cappuccino in particular has a certain place in my heart because it is like so velvety and luscious, and there's one experience that you can get from the cappuccino that I never see people do, and it's something that I do every time I have a cappuccino, which is you swirl the cappuccino. Okay.
In your mouth or in this?
So as you're drinking the cappuccino, you want to be sitting there swirling it like wine. Like this.
So I see it mixing.
You see it mixing. I'm taking that foam and I'm reincorporating it back into the drink. Go ahead, take another sip.
Okay.
So you see it's still nice and dense and velvety and just like it's almost like ice cream, like warm ice cream.
It was more dense.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah.
It's like you're still like kind of tempering the drink in a way. You know, it becomes very luscious. Yeah, so you want to be sitting there with your cappuccino. If it's a really good cappuccino and just moving it around like wine, that art should be disappearing. It should be getting incorporated. You know, it's not going to disappear just like all at one time, but it should be getting folded back into the drink so that you get a good ratio of foam and beverage with each sip.
A lot of body. Like it's dense.
Yep. That
not dense as in like you can chew it, but like it's a mouthful.
It's weighty.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like not in a bad way. It's just like wow, this is so good. How's the temperature on it, by the way?
Good.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like personally to drink at a temperature where you could like really chug it, but not necessarily like finish it all in one go.
Because you want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I like a cooler temp on my milk drinks, you know. Something that's not going to burn your face off.
Are they typically hotter then?
People, you know, they like hotter drinks.
Okay.
I like small, cooler drinks.
Yeah, so you can enjoy it immediately.
Rather than big, hotter drinks.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to have to, you know, like I don't want to do that. Like that, I can do that for ramen. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that for coffee drinks. But that swirl, that right there is the key. Like, people don't do that with their drinks. And I know a lot of times you're getting it in paper cups and you can't swirl the paper cup. You know, it's tough. But if you're getting a cappuccino, in my opinion, let's say, okay, during the work week, whatever, because everybody has their own, you know, set routine for getting coffee where they get coffee on the way to work. And
but it's like always on the go.
It's always on the go. The time that you are deciding you're going to get coffee and you're going to enjoy it, get a small cappuccino. Ask for a traditional, you know, a 6-ounce cappuccino. Get it in a for here cup. And sit there, focus on the drink, swirl it. And maybe like when you're doing that, when you talk to the barista, as long as they're not getting absolutely crushed, maybe just be like a little, you know, like nice and friendly and chatty so that they put a little bit extra love into that drink for you. Because it definitely, you know, working in a cafe for as long as I did, there were certain people that you really wanted to make happy when they came in because they were always nice to you.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and it's like...
Yeah, hospitality.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's a reciprocal thing. So it's like... And it's just a good thing to do, not just because you get something out of it, but it's just like... It's going to make everybody's day better.
Yeah.
Especially once you have a really good cappuccino.
Are there any places that come to mind for a cappuccino if you were to find one, if you were to look for one?
Kyoto Black.
Sheesh! Like
Come here,
another secret item on the secret menu?
Yeah, cappuccinos. In fact, like... Lattes and cappuccinos are on the menu now. It's a secret menu, but it's on the menu.
Yeah, I'm looking at the menu.
Yeah, it's a secret menu, but it's on the menu. So yeah, if you ask for one, I'll make one for
Aww.
you. So yeah, I mean, because I want to show people why these drinks are so awesome.
Yeah,
and I think that it's become kind of commercialized, on the go, mass produced, made by people who are, you know, more focused on like making rent, which, you know, obviously it's like fine, but there's still a certain level of craft to it that's like...
It reminds me of Daniel Day-Lewis of just like...
Shoe cobbling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Returning to the art and the
craft. It
craft.
really is.
Right?
Yo, I turned my back on espresso for the longest time. I was just like, you know, I'm done with it. Like, I still don't care about art. I think art, you know, art's whatever, but I don't really give a damn about it.
So if you didn't do the art, how would you have done this?
I would have just poured it straight down the center and would have tasted better.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It would have tasted better. In fact, I'm probably not going to pour art here.
Yeah, I mean, I see why, though.
I know I can do it, but personally, I just think the drink will come out better without the art. So that's how I'm going to just probably do it, is just pour like a standard. Little, maybe lighter colored dot in the middle.
And I told this, we had our first week in the EMT class this week, and a lot of them, we did CPR, and a lot of them had aha moments. And I think you're going to get a lot of aha moments when they start trying this stuff.
Yeah. So, and then, do you notice anything about the milk? Like, how's the milk taste to you?
Just like the smell, it was like cleaner. It
it's really
didn't.
nice.
The coffee shines through, right? And I think the milk just adds that body to it,
right?
To me,
yeah.
But obviously quality milk is very important, so you don't get any of the other stuff that you don't want.
So yeah, one thing I appreciate about this A2 milk is it tastes like milk. Like it's not weird.
No,
at all.
Nothing was weird about it.
Yeah, it's just a nice, really sweet milk. That's
when you tasted it on its own, was there a funk that was related to the smell that you smelled?
Yeah, I mean, there's just like so.
And when we say funk, it's not the bad funk. It's just
not
like
bad funk.
it's just an animal. You know. Like
yeah, it's like a sweet kind of funk.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost like a cider.
This guy.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, it's like a sweet kind of funk. Yeah, it almost smells like someone just put like a drop of like sheep's milk or a drop of goat's milk or something like that.
Yeah.
In there. It's like that little.
This is completely digressing now, but there's an account that I stumbled upon called Raw Meat Experiment, and he's on like day 60 or 70 or something like that.
Of raw meat?
From like, he had an animal's brain, liver, heart, and then the common ones are like ground beef and all that stuff. But
ground beef scares me the most, but
he would wash it down with, he calls them slonkers, just like raw eggs or camel's milk, goat's milk, and you got to go to some different places to find this stuff, but he's killing it. He looks very healthy. I don't know if he had like a skin issue before, but like he looks very healthy, and a lot of people are asking like, how are your poops? But
yeah, I mean,
it looks like he's enjoying
they're
it.
probably legit. Like,
and he's like, over time you get used to not, and you can season raw meat and stuff and eat it, but like he's just straight up raw meat.
So I might lose like I might lose like half of my fans.
Okay,
so like 10 people with this next statement. One of my, let's say if I had a last meal.
Okay. Is it tartar?
Yes.
I've never had it.
So, but it's a specific tartar.
Oh.
And this is the part where people might get a little upset.
Why upset?
It's horse.
Horse tartar.
Horse tartar. Horse tartar is incredible.
I never had. I haven't had tartar in general.
It's really, really. I mean, tartar is incredible, just as a thing, you know, with the raw egg and everything.
Sure.
But in Japan, one of the things that I look forward to the most is to get horse tartar.
It's a Japanese thing.
It's called basashi.
Basashi.
And it's like horse sashimi.
Wow.
Yeah. But in any case, though, you get it with sesame oil, raw egg, like small egg, like a quail's egg, or small chicken egg.
What's the portion size of the?
It'll be like this big.
Okay.
It's like it could fit in your palm, maybe.
Sure.
Or maybe 2 palms. I eat a lot of it.
Hey, I mean, every culture has like something kind of strange to the rest of the world, like balut in the Philippines, right? Just like every culture has that.
One of the nice little touches they put on it too is Asian pear. Yeah, it's real good. Yeah,
that sounds like a Michelin star like little.
You can go to like
portion.
A yakiniku place and get it. You know, just like a place that does really good grilled meat, and get basashi. And that's one of the things I have to have basashi every time I go back to Japan.
Cool.
I don't know what it is about the rawness of it, but it's so delicious.
I mean, honestly, if they didn't tell you if it was horse, I mean, and it was still very good, like, I don't know, maybe, I think it's the horse thing that throws people off, but like.
Yeah, I think it throws some people off, but it's like, hey, you know, I get it. Horses are nice animals, but so are cows.
So are chickens, everything.
Yeah, if you've ever met a cow, they're pretty likable.
Yeah.
All things considered, so it's kind of, you know.
The circle of life.
Exactly, yeah. As long as we're at the top.
Oh, goodness.
Like the cream.
Yeah, this is a treat, Justin.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead and give it like one more good swirl and get rid of that art. At this point, yeah, just get rid of the art, and you'll see like it just comes back like alive when you just swirl it like that. Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. So the art's disappearing.
The art's disappearing. Now go ahead and check it out.
It's like a second wind.
Exactly.
A new life.
So yeah, that's how you drink a cappuccino.
Wow.
We're going to show you how to make a cappuccino in a future episode.
Yeah.
This bad boy is getting upgraded. I'm back on the train.
Hey, choo-choo.
The espresso milk drink cappuccino, non-Kyoto drink, where I came from, the roots.
Come a long way.
I know. I feel like everybody has to have their homecoming at some point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Come by Kyoto Black when we open in April. Get yourself a good fancy drink.
Oh, love it.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Question of the day.
What would you do if you didn't pay money for a cappuccino at Kyoto Black? Let's say I wasn't taking money.
Oh, shoot.
What would you do? It's like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I mean, you gotta know Justin, right?
You gotta
so, like,
know. What would you do?
What would you bring Justin?
What would you bring me?
Today I brought him some Cascara, right?
That's true.
So like
in the fridge,
whether that's beer or speaking of beer, have you had the new Metropolitan collab?
With myself?
Yeah, with your yeah.
I haven't tasted it yet.
Are they gonna can it, or you got to go there?
I'm not. I don't want to speak for them, but
okay.
They were saying they were gonna can one of them. So
okay.
maybe this.
I was excited
they canned
for
one
it.
they canned them before in the past. So.
Okay, yeah. So
but
there's another collab with
Yeah.
Metropolitan, and Justin. So
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, the coffee for that was really awesome too. It had like this nice graham cracker kind of flavor. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of like what you would do for a Klondike bar, like Logan, like people would bring him tips in non-monetary ways, and whether that's like edibles or beer, just figure out what Justin likes. And
Bitcoin's cheap now. You can bring me Bitcoin. Right?
Yeah. But when you're back open, make your way over to Kyoto Black and try this out.
Yeah, and in fact, I will take barter for cappuccinos.
Cool.
I will take barter. So yeah, bring me something awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Later, guys.
Peace.